why did I book the 6 a.m. flight? It is just after 3 in the morning and I'm off to the airport. I'm heading on a solo mission to a place called Batanes. So, as I mentioned, I'm heading to Batanes, which is like the north of the Philippines. Should also be mentioned, I'm off on a solo mission. How are you doing? Off on a solo mission. Jody is back home. She's got tons of work to do. So, yeah, solo mission to the north of the Philippines. Batanes looks unreal. It looks like a landscape photography paradise, and I'm stoked for this. So let's fly. Made it to Batanes. It might be the shortest runway I've landed on a big plane like that. Pretty cool landing, and honestly, it looks absolutely incredible here. I'm so excited to go out and explore. But first, I guess let's go get the luggage and get to the hotel. So there's actually not even a luggage carousel in this airport. I don't know where to get my bag from.
Don't know what we have to do, but someone's gotta change. You got issues that makes you a fuss, but someone's gotta change. If we never ever met before, if I never opened up my door, yeah, 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 yeah. If we never
Made it to my hotel. If you guys know me, you know that one of my biggest pet peeves is when people say a place is a place of a place. And what I mean by that is when people go like, it's the Grand Canyon of South Africa or the Alps of New Zealand or things like that. And I've been hearing time and time again that Batanes is the Ireland of the Philippines or the New Zealand of the Philippines. In the reality, it's the Batanes of the Philippines. It's Batanes of the Philippines, and that looks epic enough. It doesn't need to be something of anything else. But what they do mean by that is that there's a ton of potential for landscape photography. It's very green. There's some beautiful seascapes. There's some cliffs. It does look like this is going to be brilliant.
If we never ever got to start, if I never opened up my heart, yeah, 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 yeah.
First impressions of Batanes, wow, it's quiet here. This is one of the main streets right in the middle of town, and it's dead quiet. It also looks really, really beautiful. I think there's gonna be a lot of photography opportunities from landscape and seascape side of things, which is something I've kind of been missing. But to find those seascapes and landscapes, I need wheels. So I'm walking around, hoping to find somewhere to rent a scooter.
Yeah, yeah. You're about to lose me. Just like that.
Okay, so I got the scooter and fancy headwear. The scooter runs a little bit on the sketchy side for sure, but it'll do the trick, I think, if I drive slow. It was the equivalent of about 10 bucks a day, so a little bit on the steep side here in Batanes, but I was warned that was gonna happen. And yeah, I'm ready to go explore this island.
Like that. You're about to lose me. Forever's never gone so fast.
So I've been driving around for a couple hours and this place is inexplicably beautiful. It's unreal. But I can tell that there's gonna be a couple issues that I have with landscape and seascape photography here. First of all, the seas are just way too calm. It's actually quite windy right now, and the seas are still just totally flat, and it's hard to get that drama on the seascapes without, you know, some waves. Secondly, there's no clouds at all, and the forecast is for pure blue skies for the next 3 days. So I'm praying for a few clouds to come in, but it does look like that's going to pose a bit of a challenge from a photography standpoint. What's not going to pose a problem are the locations. There's just spot after spot with really cool seascapes, lots of really interesting rock formations. If I get light, and if somehow the seas pick up a little bit, yeah, this place is going to be phenomenal for seascape photography.
You are avoiding me, don't know what's up with that. I've tried to be the help you need, but I don't think I can. If we never ever met before, if you never opened up my door, yeah, 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 yeah. If we never ever got to start, if you never opened up my heart, yeah, 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 yeah. You're about to lose me. Just like that, just like that. You're about
I'm really loving the change in my lifestyle because of the end of the daily vlog. I was kind of worried that not vlogging every day would mean that I wasn't going to go out and explore enough, that I was going to kind of find myself stuck indoors way too much. But I actually think it's made me better at getting out and actually exploring. What I used to do all the time when I'd first get to a destination is exactly what I'm doing today. I just drive around and explore. I have my Google Maps open on my phone, and every time I see something that I think might potentially be a photo, I mark it, save it, and then I add a little note, something like epic seascape or has potential or stuff like that. So once I'm done exploring, I can go back and make those photos. I'm at this incredible view over the island. I've almost driven the whole way around. It's about an hour until sunset. I don't know if I'm gonna make a photo today, but I do know that when I do put together the full-length video from here in Batanes, there's gonna be some shots because it is so, so beautiful here.
just like that, just like that. You're about to lose me. Forever's never gone so fast. Just like that, just like that. Forever's never gone so fast. Just like that, just like that. Forever's never gone so fast.
I have to say this might be the most fun island in all of the Philippines to drive in. There's not a lot of traffic, there's lots of really cool roads, and yeah, it's just been a blast. I've had so much fun just driving around that I've forgotten to shoot B-roll, and I even made the huge mistake of forgetting to put on sunscreen, and so I'm burned to a crisp, which isn't gonna be fun, but I'll survive. I've come to Boulder Beach, which is gonna be my sunset location, and I've chosen this as my sunset location, not because it's the best location, but because I think it's probably the only one that works really, really well at sunset. There's a lot of really good sunrise locations here, but sunset definitely looks like it's gonna be a bit more of a mission. So I'm gonna hike around a bit and try to find a spot to shoot from. So I'm at this location and I've been walking around trying to find angles, trying to find composition, trying to find a way to put the mountain, I think it's called Mount Basco, in the frame, but man, it is hard. The decline on the beach here is really steep, and it means that the waves are crashing really hard. I got the tripod set up once and I got hit by a wave all the way up to my neck. So I'm not feeling super comfortable here at all. That location just wasn't working for me. It was just one of those locations that just looked phenomenal, but just I couldn't capture it, and it was frustrating. So I bailed and I jumped on the scooter and I headed to one of the other spots I dropped on my map, which is this beach. And I thought this beach would be perfect for sunset because there's some boats in the water, there's some rocks in the water, and potentially there's the lighthouse way off in the distance as well. So this is my sunset spot. In the words of Morton Hilmer, I was faffing around. I spent way too much time faffing around and I kind of missed the best light. I'm up on the rocks though. I did manage to get one shot that's okay. And I've now got the long lens on this lighthouse, but I'm a little bit too late, so the color's kind of gone. Hey, it's been fun here, for sure. I've been loving driving around. It's just been an incredible place to explore. I am really looking forward to getting my lens on it a little bit more cohesively and coherently this week. So look for a big video from here in Batanes. Should be a lot of fun, and there should be 4 or 5 photo locations, maybe even some star photography. I'm really looking forward to it, and I guess I'll see you guys there. Peace.